Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing so-called long-term residence visas or LTR visas. As we've noted in other videos on this channel, it's not technically a residence visa. I know I probably sound like a broken record, but I think it's really worth remembering that because it's kind of a misnomer. I think people think they're resident here and they're just simply not. It's a really long non-immigrant visa is basically the way to look at it. And furthermore, we're starting to see some developments as this has recently been promulgated. They've rolled out this visa category. And I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail, pattayamail.com. Article is titled, Thailand's 10-year visas will be launched September 1. Quoting directly, amongst the downside factors are a registration fee, compulsory and ongoing medical insurance, regular checks with the Internal Revenue Service, and the need to renew the visa after 5 years. It's actually 5 times 2 years. Good point. And this is, and I urge those who are watching this video, go check out that article in detail. A lot of information in there. I'm just quoting a little excerpt from that. But very, very good point. And we saw this with the so-called OX visa. It was initially touted as a 10-year retirement visa, but when you started getting into where the rubber hit the road on actually getting the visa issued and maintaining one's status, it was found that, hey, look, you've got to maintain these same criteria ongoing for the first 5 years. There's sort of a re-adjudication to grant the second 5 years. It's not just sort of a one-off, boom, you got a 10-year visa, you're done. You're not dealing with anybody in immigration ever again. You're not dealing with anything associated with that visa for that decade. No, in point of fact, it's actually, you're going to have to go back and deal with sort of a re-adjudication, if you will, or, I mean, I guess you could kind of think of it as being somewhat akin to what's called a lift of conditions in the United States, where somebody has what's called a conditional resident, a green card, they're a conditional lawful permanent resident. Usually we see these in fiancé visa cases where they need to go back 2 years after they get married and have the green card, and they have to go back and just basically show, hey, we're still in a valid relationship in order to sort of unlock, if you will, their true lawful permanent residence, their unconditional lawful permanent residence. In a way, this is kind of similar. There's sort of a reassessment halfway through the 10 years, and this could pose problems for folks because if their situation fundamentally changes between the time that they apply for it and that 5-year mark where they have to go get their other 5 years, they might not get that second 5 years. There could be substantial developments that could wind up essentially leaving them out in the cold for the other half of the 10-year visa. So it's something to bear in mind. And again, as we've discussed, we're still seeing this being rolled out. So we'll continue to keep you updated on this channel as the situation evolves.